So Hunter procures about 9,000 components from 400 global suppliers. We are actually a very data-driven supply chain, collecting many data points on each individual component, but one of our challenges has always been is the risk of that component. And that risk of that component's been mostly buyer tribal knowledge. So that tribal knowledge, we really want to do is how we put that into a data point. So what we challenged the team with was putting a risk assessment tool together for that. And as you know, the supply chain landscape has changed over the last several years, and it continues to change in today's geopolitics challenges. So the team came up with 18 variables to truly zero in on this risk assessment tool. And some of these challenges could be lead times, 2 weeks to 80 weeks. Does this part require internal inspections, right? A first article approval process, or does it need extensive engineering testing? Country of origin, dual source. Dual source would have a negative effect on that. So they did a really great job of analyzing these 18 variables. So a lot of this tribal knowledge, as an example, is we have an extrusion behind us that's only 2 presses in the country can do, and we're single source to electronic components that have extremely long lead times, to lasers and lenses that engineers have us into a single source. Those are those tribal knowledges that we wanted to start to capture within these 18 variables. The WashU students really went above and beyond right from the beginning. They exceeded my expectation. They wanted to sit down with each buyer and interview them and understand each buyer's supply chain challenge and their commodity, and really kind of understand how those 18 variables are different from buyer to buyer, whether it's from overseas and you got the long transit times versus the electronic buyers who has the long lead time components. So they really just wanted to dive in and interview those buyers and get those resources before they even started to building out this assessment tool. It'll absolutely change how we operate in the future. Once we're 100% implemented on all 9,000 parts, not only will it allow the buyers to see our current risk assessment on each individual component, it will allow them the tool to take the action to continue to reduce Hunter's overall supply chain risk. So what we really value as a member of the Boeing Center is it's a win-win situation. Not only do we get to partner and share ideas with other first-class St. Louis companies, the student body and the faculty that WashU brings to the table allows us to tackle some very tough business challenges in today's environment. And actually, I'd like to add is we actually hired one of the students off this last team.